You can see here we're both forming on either side of the bridge. Some fantastic artillery fire there. And I'm just trying to hold that bridge and not let the British cross. You can see on this wing I'm doing pretty well. I have my grenadiers in melee here with the foot guards of the British. That is an elite infantry unit for the British, and you know, they should get the best of my grenadiers, but my grenadiers are holding their own. You can see my cuirassiers running down some fleeing British units there. You can see my foot guards against the British dragoons here. The dragoons are getting a little bit of the better of that battle. And you can see that big mess in the middle there, the big melee fight. I'm going to advance some of my, looks like my musketeers there to face this British unit, which is making its way against the water. And they're quickly going to rout. Okay, you can see how many of my guys are have been killed there. I think a lot of those guys were killed more from artillery fire than, you know, from exchanging fire with these British units. You can see they're bringing roughly 5 units across that bridge. I'm going to try and hold them off with my 1 unit. I did bring my Landwehr, which is my basic militia unit, over here to face these rifles. I'm trying to protect that cannon on that flank. I really need this cannon to keep, you know, firing on the British, you know, infantry. So I'm going to do my best for as long as I can to hold off that rifles unit. You can see here one of my units has routed, and you can just see the devastation of the artillery on my units over on this wing. I mean, this is going to continue on for the rest of the battle. I mean, if I had to say, you know, the turning point of this battle, or the difference in this battle for the British, was that one artillery piece that I failed to take out that was simply decimating my lines in this particular section of the battlefield. Okay, you can see the British, you know, rushing their units forward there. Some more artillery strikes on my guys. You can see here the British are going to melee rush my musketeers, and they're quickly going to rout. Maybe with some of the artillery fire there, but of the 5 units that the British brought across that bridge, I was able to get 3 of their units routed. You can see I got my foot guards into square over here against these dragoons. I have so few guys left, only 59 guys. It's a very small square, which I believe doesn't have the effectiveness of a much larger square, but nonetheless they're holding their own there. And here is that blasted 5-inch howitzer unit that's, you know, decimating my army on that particular spot. So you can see the British only have 1 unit that's not routing there. It's a light foot unit. And you could also see the challenge I've had in that particular section with deploying my troops. It's very tight, and I wasn't able to line up my troops like I would have liked. You can see my Landwehr, even though they're well above half strength, have routed from fighting these rifle units. Again, they're a militia unit, not used to extended combat. If you get militia units much around half strength, they're likely going to rout on you, which is, you know, a bit unfortunate considering, you know, I severely outnumbered my opponent on that section of the battlefield. You can see here we're exchanging some fire. That's my musketeer unit getting some volleys off and exchanging volleys with the British on that bridge. And pretty spectacular shot here. Heavy rain, firing back and forth. And let's see what unit is here. It's a light foot unit for the British, and they're basically a light infantry unit. They have excellent range, you know, pretty decent accuracy, and a really nice reload time. And you know, what I'm facing here against the British is basically a superior army, you know, toe to toe. The Prussians do have a very good cavalry. they strike very hard, and they're especially when they attack, their bonuses are great. But as you can see, I lost most of my cavalry at this point in the battle by mismanagement, or by some unfortunate events, and getting caught up with infantry when I didn't intend them to. Okay, you can see right here, for some reason, my musketeers are walking into this British unit over there. Again, I must have had some kind of micro issue. I never would have, rushed them in there like that. But nonetheless, they are, hand-to-hand combat, engaging the British unit. And you can see some good action up there. And once I realized that, I don't know if this was the best move or not, but I attempted to run them back and to get them back behind what was my well-formed lines there. And I was also trying to retreat out of range of that artillery, which has just been destroying my units on this part of the battlefield. You see that artillery again. I'm still not out of range of that artillery. So basically the British are going to advance forward here. You can see beyond that smoke on the left of the screen here, that's my general unit. They're going to be in danger here in a minute as these British turn the corner. Right now, I realize this, and I'm able to scoot them out of there really quick. Get them behind a building and out of harm's way there. So basically, I'm in retreat mode right now. I'm going to try to continue to fire and retreat and get the British to come to me. At this point, they have more soldiers than I do. You can see this guy's getting dragged. We'll take a quick look at that. They have more soldiers than I do, and they're advancing forward pretty aggressively. So I'm trying a fire and retreat method to kind of keep drawing them in, drawing them back, and getting out of range of those that artillery gun that's been doing a lot of damage. So here's my Prussian Fusiliers standing up against these British foot units. Again, another fight at another bridge on this battlefield. My Prussian Fusiliers are a light infantry unit. They have a very decent range, a really good reload time, and they seem to be doing a pretty good job against those foot units. Okay, so I've pulled my Jaegers back a little bit. They're helping in that fight at the bridge right there. You can see that one artillery unit is still getting shots off at me. I can't seem to get out of range of it. I pulled my Jaegers even further back. You can see this one musketeers unit getting attacked by this light foot unit from behind. That's not going to bode well for my morale. I believe I was managing another section of the battlefield at that point, probably trying to pull my Jaegers back. And you can see for some reason the general staff brings their unit forward here. So when I see this, I get my Jaegers firing on that unit, and you can see there the British, their own artillery took out their own general. So at this point I felt I had a chance to win this battle. The enemy general is dead. I do have less units, but I do have some strong positions here, such as this, and I thought I can ward the British off. Right here I'm rushing my Jaegers forward, but again this artillery is keeping me at bay, is not allowing me to move my units into good position, and I keep retreating them back, for fear that the artillery is gonna rout my units. So you can see the British advancing forward there. I'm pulling my Jaegers back a little bit so that they can, form a more defensive line against these advancing British. That artillery is still driving my units back. And if I had this to do all over again, I may have skirted my general unit all the way around a flank and taken a run at that artillery, because really right now this is the difference in the battle. See that horse standing by himself? Oh, vicious artillery shot. They're just ripping a huge hole in my lines. That's going to get my unit routing there. And here's this horse. He's kind of scared. He's just sitting off in the corner there, and he's found a nice dry spot. So he's gonna kind of hang out there and hopefully wait out the end of the battle. You can see my general unit there getting some artillery fire, and bam, they got out of there just in time. And although I'm gonna lose this battle, it was a very close battle, and here are the results. I hope you enjoyed it.